On today's show, we are finally here. Kawhi Leonard has participated in full contact practice for the first time and will be traveling on the road trip. Does this mean Kawhi Leonard will be returning? Going to be talking about it all on today's Locked On Clippers.
You are Locked On Clippers, your daily Los Angeles Clippers podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Yes, sir. You were locking in with the Clips. Thank you for making Locked On Clippers the first listen of your day, your team every day. I'm your host, Darian Vaziri, born and raised in LA and in my 20th season as a Clipper fan. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DimeDropperPod and subscribe to my own YouTube channel, Dime Dropper, for even more LA Clipper, LA Sports, and NBA content. And Locked On Clippers is free and available wherever you get your podcasts, including YouTube. Let me know what you think of the news. And Kawhi Leonard returning is what we'll be talking about in this episode. Of course, previewing the Dallas game on Thursday and some updates on Derrick Jones Jr. and Terrence Mann. And before we do that, this episode is brought to you by FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. And Locked On Clippers now has a newsletter, the Locked On Clippers Daily Newsletter. One stop for ultimate team and league coverage delivered right to your inbox. Sign up for free now at LockedOnDaily.com. Your boy writes it, spends time on it every day. So if you go to LockedOnDaily.com and sign up, it would be very appreciated. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're finally here. December 19th, 2024. Would have been my grandpa's birthday. Would have been his 107th birthday. No, 6th. But man, what amazing news we received on Wednesday. Kawhi Leonard is finally practicing 5-on-5 contact basketball again. One step closer to returning. Now, they said that he wouldn't be playing on this road trip, which is fine. That means he's going to be out the next 3 games. He will have missed 30 games. But the fact that he will be practicing with the team, he's around the team and going to practice with them on this trip, it leads me to believe that given that extra week that we're going to spend on the road, that December 27th against Golden State is the night. I don't have any sources on this. I'm just going with my feeling. 8 days' time, Golden State, the return of Kawhi on NBA TV, Friday night, game number 31. Just feels too good to be true. But honestly, not too good to be true. It feels written. But it's just such great news because it makes you think like we're really almost here. Now, here's what everybody needs to realize. Kawhi Leonard, when he first comes back, he will be on a minutes restriction. Now, I don't imagine him coming off the bench, but he will be on a minutes restriction. It's going to take time for him to return to his old self. And remember what people were saying in the beginning of last season, and of course, when he was working his way back from that ACL in 2023. It's going to take time for him to look like that Kawhi Leonard of old. In the beginning, everyone's going to freak out and say, man, he looks washed. Maybe he'll just never be the same. Then slowly but surely, as he gets more comfortable and gets accustomed to the speed of the game again, he will hopefully be every bit as good or maybe even just a tad worse than that Kawhi Leonard that we got last year. And even if he is a tad worse, that's a guy that's flirting with top 10 player in the NBA, maybe even top 5 player in the NBA still. Because on his day, I mean, he gives you a little bit of everything. The defense, the IQ, the scoring ability from 3 levels, the ability to get a basket and a shot when he wants. And, of course, what you can't teach. He's got that dog when he's on that court. It is a huge step in the right direction to hear that Kawhi Leonard is finally practicing fully with the team in 5-on-5. And I'm okay with him not playing these 3 games because, coming back against the Mavs, really high potential for an intense game, a lot of physicality, some chippiness, given the recent playoff history between the teams. I would like him to ease his way back, maybe even just in front of the home crowd, so there's so much positive energy around him. Not that he cares. I think he's locked in no matter what he's doing, but just, I guess, the feel around it all. But yeah, the big news. Kawhi Leonard practicing fully 5-on-5, will be on the road trip, will not be playing. So looking at that game against Dallas on Thursday, who's in, who's out? Well, the Clippers have a big advantage going into it. Or should I say, maybe the playing field has been evened. Going to be talking about what that means coming up. I got to tell you a little something about Built. Today's episode is sponsored by Built Rewards. If you're a renter, listen up. This is a total game changer. Thanks to Built, you can now earn points on rent payments just like you do with groceries or travel. Paying rent now comes with serious perks, and it's completely free to join. Earn valuable Built points on your rent and everyday spending at no extra cost. Redeem points for flights, hotel stays, and even future rent payments. With over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels in their program, the possibilities are endless. Access unique experiences that are exclusive to Built members. Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/LockedOnNBA. That's joinbuilt, BILT.com/LockedOnNBA. Make sure to use our link so they know we sent you. Don't wait. Start earning rewards today. I got to tell you a little something about Game Time. Game Time is the best place to get great deals last minute on tickets for any event. Game Time is focused on togetherness this holiday season. That means when you bring people together at live events, the experience is that much better. And I can't lie, I love going to games by myself, but I like it even more going to games with people that I love. And Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets for live events even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. You can get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy so you get an idea of where you're sitting. Game Time will give you their lowest price guarantee or will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. All right, so the breaking news Wednesday, Kawhi Leonard, a full participant in practice for the first time. We are getting so close to a Kawhi Leonard return. And how about this Clippers team? 15-12 through 27 games. James Harden has only missed 1 game. Ivica Zubac has played in every game. Norman Powell has missed 7 games, and due to James Harden's leadership, his floor-raising ability, he has led this team to a 15-12 record. Due to Ivica Zubac's rim protection and rebounding, anchoring that center spot, even without a fully reliable backup, we are overachieving. And maybe the biggest reason we're overachieving in terms of what we didn't expect, we expected a point increase in Norman Powell, but we didn't even know if he was starting before the season. Man's averaging 23 points a game. Together, The rest of the squad, Chris Dunn, Terrence Mann, Derrick Jones Jr., these guys have held down the fort for Kawhi Leonard to potentially make his return on game number 31 and have a 500 record at worst, even if we lose all 3 of these games before he's back. That's not sarcastic claps. Those aren't sarcastic claps. Those are real. A real appreciation for the way that this team has come together, the way this coaching staff has gotten the most out of this team, the way the front office, rebounded from the Paul George loss to get these defensive-minded pieces to keep us afloat. Was I wrong? Absolutely. I didn't think we'd be this good. I thought we'd be better than people expected, but if you had to make me guess what our record would be, no Kawhi for the first 27, I probably would have said 12-15. So the opposite of what we are. And we have a chance to be 16-12. You know why? Turns out Luka Dončić won't be suiting up on Thursday. Now, of course, you always want to beat the Mavericks with Luka. He's out with a heel contusion. Left heel contusion to be exact. But here's why I don't feel bad at all. We're missing our best player too. We've been missing him in the entire season. So it's a fair game now. Kyrie Irving versus James Harden, the 2 guys that ran away from Brooklyn. It is going to be fun. 2 of the 3, I should say. It should be fun, but because Luka's not playing, that now makes it so that we just need to shut down Kyrie. Because, yes, they have Spencer Dinwiddie, Jaden Hardy, these guys that can create shots, right? Create shots for themselves, create shots for others. Well, and this is the first time we're meeting Dallas this year, most of it, as we know, is going to come from Kyrie Irving. So we have Chris Dunn we can throw on him, throw Amir Coffee on him, but now it's going to just be a steady dose of Dunn on Kyrie Irving. We'll see how much time Spencer Dinwiddie gets. Spencer Dinwiddie got 21 minutes last game. Jaden Hardy, not sure if he's injured or not. Let me check. Yeah, won't play in Thursday's game against the Clippers. He's out with an ankle injury. Nothing on P.J. Washington. P.J. Washington, I saw he did not play against the Oklahoma City Thunder in that in-season tournament game, but he did play last game against the Warriors. A very high-scoring game, 143-133 in Golden State. Luka Dončić had a 45-point triple-double, though, so I am A-okay with him not playing. Klay Thompson, it's our first time getting a look at him as a member of the Dallas Mavericks. He's had his really good shooting games this season, and he's had his putrid shooting games this season. He's averaging 14 points a game, which for him is his lowest since his rookie season. He's not shooting well from the field at just 41%, but he is shooting 39% from 3, which is better than he shot last season, better than he shot in 2022 as well. But, so many seasons of this guy's career, he shot 40+% from 3. It's outrageous. But he's still a threat to shoot the ball. The thing is, if you just limit the advantages that Kyrie Irving is creating offensively in the pick and rolls and in isolation, you are not helping off of Klay Thompson as much. You are then limiting his open shot. So it's really going to come down to containing Kyrie Irving. Sadly, we won't be able to attack Luka Dončić. So we're going to have to figure out other guys to attack. I still believe, let's see how well Klay Thompson can play defense right now. Let's see if he can guard James Harden. How about Kyrie Irving? He did a pretty good job on James Harden last year in the playoffs, but James is looking a little better this year. Why not, see what he's got defensively against him? And of course, if we're able to get stops and create turnovers, that's when our offense becomes so much easier for us. Because a team like us that struggles in the half court offensively and just struggles offensively, period, we don't want to play so much half court basketball. We want to get steals, force turnovers, get out and run, get some easy buckets. As far as Dallas, look, they've actually been able to play well without Luka this season. So let's not act like just because Luka Dončić is out, that means that we're going to win this game. But because Luka Dončić is out, I'm saying the Clippers should win this game. It's a great opportunity for what was looking like a really tough 3-game trip. It's a great opportunity to get a win out of what was looking to be a difficult 3-game trip. Now, granted, we could still win with Luka. We could still beat Memphis. But the better your chance, you got to take it. And we have just been given a gift, a Christmas gift. But are we going to unwrap it or just leave it under the tree? Hopefully, we unwrap it. and absolutely clamp the Mavs. I know we have a lot of new players, but let's take some pride. It's still the same franchise that knocked us out. It's still P.J. Washington doing that pose. It's still Kyrie Irving who lit us up. It's still Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and those guys. Jason Kidd. I know Luka is the guy that has been a thorn in our side since 2020, but it's the Mavericks. Let's beat them. Coming up, just when you thought there couldn't be more good news, I got some more for you, Clipper Nation. Going to be breaking it, even though you probably already heard it. Coming up. I got to tell you a little something about FanDuel. Get ready to tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, because right now new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL, all in one place. So when you get a hunch in the middle of the game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. For NFL odds, Thursday Night Football, the night is here. It'll be a packed house at SoFi. Chargers, Broncos. Chargers are -2.5. Then you've got the Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. Actually, no, that's going to be on Saturday. Chiefs are -3.5. Got another game on Saturday. Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are -6.5. And then you got your Sunday slate of games. Where can you find all of these betting odds? That's FanDuel.com. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. All right, so Clippers embarking on a 3-game road trip, 2 games at Dallas, 1 game at Memphis. No Luka Dončić for this first Dallas game. No Jaden Hardy. So it's Spencer Dinwiddie and Kyrie Irving that are going to be creating all the shots. For us, James Harden, a little bit of Zoo, a little bit of Norm, KPJ2, maybe a little Bones. So we have more creators, honestly, in this particular game on the ball than Dallas. Just got to keep Klay Thompson from having a hot game. He's the guy that if he gets hot, adds a different element to this team. Now, some good news. Terrence Mann is progressing, Ty Lue said. But the man that's progressing even more, Derrick Jones Jr. Ty Lue said that he is ahead of schedule, and man, that makes me feel good. He's been upgraded to questionable for the game on Thursday. So he should be returning on this trip, which is such a plus for the Clips. I mean, how great has Derrick been this year? Defensively, off the ball, on the ball. His ability to knock down the 3 at a very high percentage, a career high percentage. I mean, we've missed him. Hasn't been a couple games, but it's been a game too many. So far this season, out of the 27 games we've played, Derrick Jones Jr. has missed just 2 of them, and we've already missed him. He's averaging 10 points a game. He's shooting 50% from the field and 42% from 3 and 87% from the foul line. So the guy is almost 50, 40, 90 right now with his defense. That is how great he's been. That is what we've missed. And it's been 2 games. But, man, I'm excited to get him back. Now, Chris Dunn spoke about Kawhi Leonard at practice, and he said it's a scary look, man. Him defensively alone, he's one of them ones. It's a scary look. We're excited to hopefully see that soon. Could you imagine Chris Dunn, Kawhi Leonard, Derrick Jones Jr., and Ivica Zubac all out on that court together defensively? Teams are going to be in hell. You don't even need Kawhi Leonard to guard the second best player on the team. You can just have him in help. And he's a smart help defender. Oh, boy. They think we're 7th best defensive team in the league right now by defensive rating. We're going to get into that top 5, and we're going to get much better offensively. You know what that means? One of the best teams in the West. You know what that means? Everyone's going to be shocked. You know what that means? Get your hopes up. You know what that means? Definitely don't get your hopes up because it never ends up going our way. Just take it one game at a time and just know this. Our season can't really be getting any worse. Kawhi Leonard coming back is so great. Right now, we're 15-12, right? Team's really good. Team's playing well. This team, we're no more than a first-round team. If we're being honest. We're no more than a first-round team. With Kawhi Leonard. This is what makes the individual so important in basketball and why there's so many individual player fans. Because one guy can make you from a first-round exit team to a contender to make it out of the West. One guy. That's how big a singular person's impact in basketball can be. And that is what Kawhi Leonard's impact for us is. The reason why I say don't get your hopes up is because we always get our hopes up. And even when Kawhi's rolling, when he's healthy, we're like, even a lot of us, like me last year, I kept knocking on wood. I was like, I just hope this continues. I just hope this continues. And eventually it didn't. So the thing about it is our team has already been playing well. We've already proven that without Kawhi, we can still, hold our own. Getting Kawhi, yes, in the beginning it might, be a little process to get him situated, to get him back integrated. And we might suffer a little bit in the short term. But in the long term, it's only going to be best for our team. It's what we need. And it's what is going to take us to that next level. As I said, right now we're a first-round exit at best. If we get Kawhi, changes the entire conversation around this team. And teams and fans around the league are starting to see it. Because they're thinking, damn, they're 15-12 and they haven't had Kawhi. If Kawhi even looks like that, this guy was a second-team All-NBA player last year. How soon we forget. And it's funny because I feel like I had to make the same statements last summer talking about Kawhi and what he did in 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't forget how good Kawhi was. It's like he always has this period where he's out and everyone's wondering if they're going to see him again. And then he comes back and he's great. Is it going to happen one more time? Because this team, I honestly think more so than any of the 2-1-3 teams, even our 2021 team that's so beloved, maybe my favorite Clipper team of all time in that conversation, this team is more of Kawhi's style to me. A very defensive-minded team. We have true guys that are going to go out there and guard players so that he doesn't have to anymore because that is not what he does anymore. He guards good players when he needs to, absolutely. But most of the time, he's going to guard a weaker player and get ready to play help defense and then carry your load offensively, which is what most stars do. He started his career as that guy who guards the best player with Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony. And now that he's the superstar, some people have to do that same job for him. It's just how it goes. But man, Kawhi Leonard almost back. Derrick Jones Jr. ahead of schedule. Sounds like we might be getting Terrence Mann, Derrick Jones Jr., and Kawhi Leonard all back around the same time. And I mean, oh my God. Is there any better Christmas present than that? Dallas Clippers, Thursday night, baby. First of a little back-to-back versus Dallas, but not on back-to-back nights. We play them on Saturday. So 2 games against Dallas in a row. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DimeDropperPod. Subscribe to my own YouTube channel, Dime Dropper, where I will be live after the Dallas game. And had a video talking about the recent form of the Lakers and the Clippers and the LA Sparks losing Stephanie Talbot in expansion. And Locked On Clippers, free and available wherever you get your podcasts, including YouTube. Let me know what you think of this news, your prediction for the game. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know every single time we post a video. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Even if you listen mostly on audio, which, again, if you can't watch on video on YouTube, please listen wherever you get your podcast. But if you're a frequent podcast listener, take a moment, sign into your Gmail or whatever, subscribe to the YouTube, get us up to 7,000. It looks great, and we want to show everyone that we have the most loyal fans in the league. Clippers, Dallas. What's my prediction? I'm going to go with 107-100 Clippers. We get Lawler's Law. We beat the Mavs. It's one of our better wins of the season. And the age-old proverb does continue. Go Clippers. Almost Kawhi time.